I had them in a little breeder box, but I wanted them to start getting powered up in their swimming. They were in the breeder box, but at first I was thinking, okay, these other fish might eat them, but then once they got in the box, one of the bigger ones jumped in the box with them and was just hanging out. And he or she wasn't eating them, and then I like could see their mouth really up close. So I was like, oh, they're bigger than their mouths, so they should be fine. Plus, these guys eat like they eat every couple hours, so they're not hungry like that. Like if you look at their little pot bellies, like they're not hungry like that. So, but they're finally showing some color. Like this albino one right here is finally showing color. There's only two though, two albino ones, and the one of the moms before they passed away. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. I posted another video and I said that I thought it might have been a gold one that popped that baby out. Unless they were able to really stay hidden in the moss. And that's the reason why that mom died, because I was like, oh my God, this albino was in here for a while. She looked like she had a belly on her, but all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, she just died. I'm like, what the hell? And the water parameters are fine. I thought maybe the guys like harassed her and stressed her out, and that is a possibility, but they normally are not really bothering with albinos like that. So when I saw her dead, I was like, damn. But I didn't see any babies. And then all of a sudden, I see all these other babies, so I collected them. And then out of nowhere, as they're growing in, I'm like, yo, there's albino babies in here. Yes. I was so excited because I didn't have any more albinos. Like they just replaced they sent me 3 albino guppies, two females and a male, and the male gets here dead. This is like I don't even know how many times they've sent me new fish. Like they get here and they're dead. So it's like, and then the last time I made a complaint about it, they were like, oh, this is we're not going to keep being able to replace fish for you. And I'm just like, if they're getting here dead, you know what I mean? So, but I don't feel like dealing with it, because I'm just not going to buy from them anymore, because they're not packaging them right. Like they're delivering them with like this small amount of water that is just, I mean, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I managed to save it because I took a picture of it already when it first got here, but this is how they're sending the fish. How are you sending a fish with this little tiny ass amount of water in the middle of winter time? And they packaged it in the one of these boxes like this, filled it with some insulation and newspaper and a hot pack. But everybody knows with a small amount of water, you can heat that small amount of water fast, but it's gonna get cold just as fast. So even if they overnighted it, it's not gonna last. So, and these are tropical fish, so they need warm water. So I sit there and I freaking get the fish, and look at him dead. So luckily the girls made it, but I mean, I know that they were stressed when they got here, so it was just like, ugh. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I'm not dealing with nobody shipping freaking fish like this. This is bullshit. What was it? Texas Aquatics on eBay. And they're all like, they want me to like change my review, because I was like I was honest about it. I'm like, this is shady, man. Like these people, first they didn't even want to do any replacements. They didn't have good communication, and it was just like I was already annoyed. But I'm just like, I got to get these fish. Like I bought a lot of different types of fish, so they didn't want to work with me. And then when I got the package, I'm like, no way. That I even suggested, like, listen, send it. It's cold. It's cold. Package it differently. That's not right. They still send me this. And then they have the nerve to be like, oh, I can't keep replacing it. I wouldn't want to keep replacing them either, but are you going to keep replacing them if you keep sending this out? So I'm giving up on that. I'm going to have to just cut my losses because I can't. And then that, like, if the fish gets here and it's so stressed out like that, and then I put it in my tank and then it makes my other fish sick, even if I quarantine it, like, they say, oh, quarantine for a certain amount of time. But even still, if that fish is just got so stressed out that it's like, it expressed the gene of whatever freaking illness that it was potentially going to have, and then you put it in your tank and it gets all freaking sick and shit, and then makes your fish sick, or it goes in your tank and it starts acting stupid, and annoyed, then you're going to be like stressed out. And your fish are going to be stressed out, and you might have some fish die off. And when you have pregnant moms in the tank, it's not a good idea. So I have found that, like, it's better to put them right in the tank. After when they get here, I don't even quarantine them. I leave them in the bags, and I let them sit there for like 4 hours if they have like enough air in the bag. These ones, they stayed for like maybe like 2 hours because I was too nervous that they weren't going to have enough air. And then I opened up the bags. I put put all of the fluid and them in a big bowl, left them in there, and then I took bowls, like one half a cup, because this wasn't much water, so it was like a half a cup of water from this tank, and I added it slowly because the temperature was fine, but I wanted to make sure they acclimated to this type of water without getting shocked. And I did that, and I waited like, I don't know, another 15 minutes, and then I did it again, and then I put them in the tank, and they've been good. Then they wanted to come out of the little bag, and I was just like, all right, but let me acclimate you a little first, because if they have like if they have any kind of like sickness to them, like, you can treat that. But if I put them in quarantine, it's like, to me, it's a waste of my time. It's also, it makes me have another tank, and I already have to keep another tank just of brine shrimp for the amount of guppies that I have. And I'm not like worried about the plants in here, because I can treat these plants if I need to. And I mess around with my plants a lot. I'm constantly clipping them, transferring them to other tanks. So it's not like, oh God, it will be devastating for me and I'll lose everything if like my plants get sick, because I'll just do a chemical treatment on them if I have to, take them out, leave, and just add different plants in once the tank is treated. But I haven't had any problems with any of the fish getting sick from others. The issues that I have is the stress issue from shipping and trying to get them completely right out into the tank with other fish, because the ratio of males to females that I have makes it less stressful to add a female to the tank, because they're not going to get harassed. Also, the females feel good going into a tank. They really want to be seen right now. The females like going into a tank with the other females and hanging. Like, it makes them feel comfortable, like, and relaxed. Because I had them separated in the breeder tank, a couple different batches, and they were not happy. You could see them very anxious and like pushing up against the wall, scratching their faces, making cuts in their faces to get out of there. So I was like, I'm gonna make them sick putting them in quarantine like this. Like, this is crazy. So I took them out. That's how I deal with new fish. Hopefully these girls keep popping out babies, so I'm gonna be stuck stuck looking at this. She's pregnant too. She's pregnant too, but they're not, like, this one was big, and since she's been in here, she slimmed down a little bit, but her gravid spot has increased. So maybe she is going to pop some babies out soon, but I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on this tank today, because these girls definitely are popping out babies today. So anyway, my last shot of the babes. I was gonna get a gravel vacuum, but my filters are so freaking powerful that all I had to do was go through the tank and go like this, and the sand just pushed up all the grossness from the bottom, and then the filter sucked it up. So F a gravel vacuum. These are just like random little leaves that I left down there, because it was looking like mucked up, and I pulled some plants out too, because I pushed the mosses to the back by the heater up a little higher, so that they weren't sitting down on the ground and like food wouldn't get stuck in them. I'm probably gonna do that over here too, because it's looking a little cramped over there. Plus that'll give the moms a place to hide back there. They like that. And then just give them more space in the front to swim back and forth. Even though they go all throughout everything, it's just nice for them. Like, it's nice to have them have like an opening, hiding space plus opening type deal. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I know you guys been asking me asking to see the baby, so let's give you more guppy baby video. I actually have a connector camera lens. I wonder, I'll take some video with that too for you guys to see if you can get really close to them, because I can see them up close here, but it's not as crisp as it is with that lens that I have. So these fish here, the gold ones, they come out pretty silvery when they're babies, and depending on how you feed them, they'll get a little bit more yellow. This girl is a little more yellow, but she has this kind of grayish blackish kind of tint to her back, and that's not going away. So it's a breeding issue. Looks like they must be inbred or something too much, or I don't know. So we're gonna have to figure that out, and hopefully get them more golden, because I've seen them like golden, and I want mine to be really golden, because they look kind of silvery, and I'm not here for it. But these guys are still babies, so they're getting. I really like the albino kois a lot, and I don't know, because these albino koi, where did they go? These albino koi here, they're not. Well, they kind of look like they're see-through. No. They're not. Okay, they must have had, the gold mom must have had them, because I kept saying, damn, because they have this like white belly like the gold moms do, where these moms here are the albino moms. They don't have white bellies. They have see-through bellies with like a pink to them. And maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe when they grow in, it'll be that their head and their upper body gets a little bit more of that redness, but it looks they're too little for me to tell. They're too little for me to tell. I'm trying to tell it. I'm like, eat, so I can see what they're gonna look like, but I guess I gotta wait. I gotta have patience. This is definitely a practice of patience. I'm speeding it up, but it's only so much you can speed it up. Anyway, hope you like my little guppy babies. And my tanks that I've been working tirelessly on, day and night. I'll keep you updated as they get bigger, and I'll keep you updated on if we get any more from these moms here.